Welcome back, South Africa. Thank you so much for joining us. Considering that it's Throwback Thursday, we've got something special lined up that's guaranteed to hit you right in the feels. We're celebrating 80 years of KOO in your homes and kitchens by creating this classic peach and apricot trifle. It's layers upon layers of sweet and decadence, all brought together by the guaranteed quality of KOO. So grab a spoon and enjoy a memory with every mouthful you take as we show you why old school is cool. So myself and Chef Kimza are going to show you just how quickly and easily it is to put together this classic KOO dessert. Are you ready for this, my sir?
Super ready, chef.
I mean, there's nothing more classic than a trifle with Swiss roll. Custard.
Custard, I mean. But I'm telling you, with jelly.
Dude.
And
the peaches.
Classic than that.
Peaches and apricots, that for me it was the dessert. Jelly and custard and peaches, it was the one.
Yeah, I remember I grew up, I spent a good amount of my childhood in the rural areas, and we used to look forward to Christmas because there's things that you wouldn't get during the year, but KOO was always available.
I know, right?
KOO was always available, even, I mean, back then. It's super exciting.
I know exactly what you mean. Like, we're talking about guaranteed quality, we're talking about availability, we're talking about accessibility. KOO has probably been the one brand that's been signature to us in every single celebration.
I'm super amazed by the amount of the products that KOO has. You know, you look at, from your starter, you get products. There was this function that I was on, and this is not a good thing, okay? I hope the client is not watching. But he was super impressed. So KOO has chakalaka. You know, I used that and I did my special umfino in chakalaka using KOO product.
Wow.
You know, I use that as a starter. Going to main, KOO has, I mean, beetroot, KOO has beans, KOO has peas. You want me to continue?
Okay, you're like mentioning the whole range now today. We're using the peach.
I know what I'm talking about. I mean, I've worked with KOO for the longest time.
I know. So today we're using peach slices and apricot halves. To start it off, we're going to make the custard from scratch, and I think this is also OG. We're used to make the custard from scratch. I've got some hot milk that I've just put in there. In here, I've got some custard powder and a bit more milk that I'm basically going to mix in. So you'd basically make the custard as per the package instructions. So all I'm going to do is mix this together, and now that our milk is almost ready, I'm going to put in the rest of our ingredients here.
It's super easy, eh?
It is.
It's super easy. The ingredients on the packet, I mean, you can never miss it.
You can never mess it up. But basically, this has to cook down and be nice and thick and so forth. And the one thing I noticed and remember about this is that whenever my mom made this, she would always be sitting there making sure she's watching it. So luckily, we did make some ahead of time, and we're going to start assembling that. But I see you've cut up some Swiss roll for us there already. So,
Chef, to me, what would you say the secret is when it comes to making custard?
Making custard?
Custard, yeah.
Well, I would probably say buy it instead of making it. But like I mentioned, just make sure you keep an eye on this, because the hotter it gets, the thicker it gets, and you don't want it to burn. But let's just remove this here so I can basically show you. You've started assembling the bottom layer of our custard there. What I want to do is just loosen up the custard that we already have here. And the reason I've made it a little thicker is because we want to make sure that it sets together with the rest of our ingredients, because we've got the custard, we've got the beautiful red color from the jelly, we've got this amazing KOO peach slices. And the one thing I love about them is that, yes, today we're making a classic. Yeah. But you're more than welcome to change it up however you like and possibly use a different brand of theirs, maybe the fruit cocktail perhaps, but it's completely up to you. So I'm going to ask you to pass me that trifle stand and let me get assembling with it right now.
Chef.
Thank you so much.
I've noticed when we were opening the can, it's super easy, so even older people or younger people can easily open it. Anyone
that wants to, anyone that can use the products. I think they've not only made sure that there's quality, they've also made sure that it's easy for anyone to access and use. So I'm going to go in then with my custard layer here that I'm going to drop into the center and then spread to the edges. And then after that, I'll go in with the rest of the ingredients. So like I mentioned, I like to make my custard a little thick because that helps for the custard for the trifle to actually have those distinct layers. All right, and then after this, I'm going to go in with my jelly. The reason I do that is also so that they can be different layers. If I put the peach slices now, you won't be able to see them. And we want them to pop because, I mean, they're the star of our dish today. And then I go in with my jelly that I like to break up as well into little pieces here. And I think what we're talking about is classic ingredients, classic dishes. There's got to be one ingredient or one dish that reminds you of KOO every time. Whenever you make that, you think, I can't do this without KOO products.
Like I said earlier on, my special dish, umfino and chakalaka. That is to die for. You can have that as a start. It's like sort of an entree.
Okay.
You can have it as main. And it's super cool, man. So chakalaka from KOO never disappoints.
Never, ever disappoints. But like we're saying right now, we're using the peach slices on the sides, so I want to make beautiful layers on the sides, and then I'm going to fill it up with the apricot halves on the center, so it also gives you that tasty, sweet bite when you bite into it.
And I like also the different textures. You've got Swiss roll there, it's got a different texture. You've got your jelly. It's got that nice smooth texture as well. So it just complements each other. Definitely,
definitely. So now I'm going to go in with the rest of our apricot halves on the center here. And like we mentioned, I mean, they've got such a huge range. This very same trifle could be done with any of their other sweet ingredients. You could use the fruit cocktail if you'd like. Yeah. You could use the guava. You could literally do anything you'd like with this dish. And yes, we're making a trifle, but their range is so great that you could use any of their ingredients for any type of cooking, any type of dish.
See, I'm not the only fan of KOO. Chef Tumi, you've got this, you know what you're talking about, I can hear it.
I mean, I cannot think of a time in my life where KOO was not present, whether I was having the best times of my life financially or if I was having the worst time of my life, I knew that I could always trust on KOO, you know? But anyway, South Africa, this is just us celebrating KOO and its amazing range and products. But then KOO is still celebrating their 80th birthday. And as part of the festivities, they're giving you a chance to win your share of 1 million rand in prizes. Grocery hampers and vouchers are up for grabs daily, while stylish luxury Le Creuset pot sets can be yours weekly. And the grand prize, a stunning kitchen makeover. And so to enter, you can buy any two KOO products, dial *120 *1987# and follow the prompts. Remember to keep your till slip as proof to qualify for your awesome prize. This competition ends on the 13th of November 2020. T's and C's do apply, but do remember this: KOO, it's the best you can do.